Hey guys, it's Tehi. Let's go over Mythic Chimaerus for skill issue. If you're not in our raid team, then you're obviously welcome to use the strategy, but this is what our team will be doing. So we are going to do kind of what we talked about before the raid started, but the way that is being done by raid teams is the one that we thought was not as good. So group one, which will be assigned on the boss spreadsheet, will stay on this side of the room where the star marker is, and you will go down on the star marker. Group two, you will go down on the orange marker, and you will stay on the side of the room the orange marker is. There is a realm swap that happens when you're downstairs. The DPS person that's selected, because it's always one DPS and one healer that's selected, will go to the purple marker for their swap, and the healer will go to the green marker for their swap. The people that will be swapping with you guys from the upstairs realm will also be assigned. Who gets it for the realm swap when you're downstairs is random. The only thing that is for certain is it's going to be one healer and one DPS. Again, all that will be in the boss channel, but you will always play on this side of the room depending on what group you are assigned to. You will never cross over into the other person's spot unless we need to kite the boss, which we will go over in a little bit. But by the time we have to kite the boss, probably everyone will be back upstairs, so it won't matter. So let's start with what's happening downstairs. Ads go to where we take them on the heroic spot. You need to make sure you stay on your side of the room. So in this example, group one is downstairs, so the star side is down. You guys need to make sure you stay on this side of the ads when you're killing them. There is no crossing through the center or onto this side. You are always staying over here. Never, ever, ever cross. You're just asking to die. We will always be focusing down this big guy, cleaving into the little guys. You should never be single targeting these little guys. They don't do anything, and they have close to no health, especially in comparison to the big ad. Group one, on your third time going down, it'll be your second time doing this, but your third time overall going down, there will be a fear ad that gets introduced that is a fear cast. He needs to be gripped to this group, needs to be cursed by a warlock, and needs to be interrupted on his fear casts. And when he is alive, he is the priority target. You are cleaving off of him. He doesn't have as much health as this big guy, but this guy is the reason people wipe on this fight. That's it. There is no other reason people wipe other than this guy or screwing up one of the mechanics. If you get one of these circles to swap realms, so these are the downstairs people that got assigned, you have to go to the markers we talked about, the green marker and the purple marker. You have to use a personal for two reasons. One, this does damage to you, and two, an upstairs person in the other realm is going to become within 8 yards of you, which is going to force you to take cross realm damage. So you have to use a personal. The people that are assigned to swap with them, they have to use a personal as well. And then the people who are down will come back upstairs. The people that are up will come back downstairs. Make sure if you do this realm swap, so now you were in group two, now you're playing over on this side, this guy's playing over on this side, and this person are playing on the other side. There will only be like 2 people per group that are hard assigned to do this, and then the people who randomly get this mechanic will obviously have to do it as well. So you all need to understand that 90% of the fight you will only be playing on one side of the room unless you get this mechanic, in which case you have to play on the other side temporarily. And then when the other group goes downstairs is when you'll come back over to your designated side and stay over there as well. Again, people die because they don't personal this mechanic. You have to use a personal. When the upstairs or downstairs ads die, they'll do the same thing they do when it's heroic. They'll fixate to the boss. Group two, stay on this side. Group one, stay on this side when you are the upstairs people. We'll go over on a video VOD real quick of how we're going to kill this big ad. These little ads can die basically from range DPS cleave for the most part. Melee shouldn't really have to get off and go kill them. Tanks, you may have to cut the boss a little bit and you'll see why when we review how we're going to be killing this guy. Dispels, just take away the goo that gets spawned from killing ads downstairs. Make sure it's not the person who's getting dispelled responsibility, it's the people around the dispel person's responsibility to make sure they're not inside this blue circle. It's going to do a crap ton of damage to you if you are inside the circle when the dispel happens. You just don't really want to be inside. If we kill ads correctly, it should just be one giant pile of goo and one dispel will take care of one of it. There's 2 dispels per set, and the second dispel person can just go off to Neverland and get dispelled with no one around them. That's not supposed to be there. Okay. Intermission. Long story short, this is the most difficult part of the fight. It's the fear ads that are the problem on this phase. We have to make sure that they die and die fast. They're always the priority target. Every single time he does his little breath, it will be 2 spawn per. The fear cast is a very fast cast. We need to use Curse of Tongues on them, and Warlocks will be split into 2 separate sides to make sure that that occurs. Controlling the fear ads is what is causing a lot of raid teams to kill this boss super, super slowly. They do a fear cast, and then they do like a little bolt cast, like Essence Bolt or some crap like that. We don't really care about the bolt cast. We just want to make sure the fear cast happens. They're also going to spawn with some of the little ads and one of the big ads. The big ad isn't really any priority. We want to cleave off of him when there's no fear ads to be killed, but if there are fear ads to be killed, we want to make sure we are focusing the fear ads. The fear ads can, on this breath of intermission, can kind of spawn all over the place. They can spawn in the center, or they can spawn clear on the opposite ends of this frontal breath. So DKs, very important that you guys are aware that their spawn position is semi-varied, and grip them quickly to whatever side you're supposed to go to. Just make sure they don't, the very first thing they're going to cast is the fear cast. So make sure you get them in very, very quickly. Follow your tank the best you can in between breaths. It's super important that we do that. I'll probably make it so that Crazed and Thick, you guys are going to ping the direction you're going on the next breath so everyone can follow you correctly, and I'll try to make the call out loud for you guys to ping where you're going next. Yeah. Intermission, there are going to be dispels. There's going to be poo on the ground from the breath. This is how we want to dispel. It doesn't have to look exactly like this. The biggest thing that I'm just trying to get across is that if you get dispelled and you're on the orange group side of things, you want to stay on the orange side of the map still. Same with the star side people. You want to stay on the star side of the map. Post-intermission, we're going to repeat phase 1. The only difference now is that this fear ad now exists downstairs. Same thing applies. Have to grip him to the group, have to keep him kicked, have to Curse of Tongues, have to kill him the absolute fastest. The poo's going to come, it's going to fixate to the boss. Group 2, upstairs people have to kill it, still get the realm swap thing, still get the dispels. Everything of phase 1 is the exact same as was before, except we get the fear ad downstairs. There is a bug that is occurring on this fight, at least I assume it's a bug. When this fear ad dies downstairs and teleports upstairs, it needs to be stunned immediately, because sometimes it can start casting its fear cast to the upstairs people, and it's going to let the fear go off, but there is no way to interrupt it other than a stun. So we have to stun it the moment it comes upstairs. I will be in group 1, so I will make sure to call when it's dying and being upstairs so that the group 2 people can be ready to swap and stun it really quickly. Yeah, that's about it. And then when it's time for, sorry, these should be swapped. Bang. Bang. When it's time for group 2 to go down, only Crazed will be doing the soak. Just so you know, Crazed, I have seen Brewmasters survive this solo soak. So, yeah, just be aware of that. Everyone else needs to stay out of this soak so that Crazed can die alone. And this is just a kill boss before he kills us, before the next consume goes off. And that is the entire fight. Speed it up a little bit. This is group 1 going down for them. They're always playing on the star side. Please notice that they're always staying on their side. We may be putting more markers down to like further delineate like the sides of the road. They don't take their ads as far back as I would like to keep up with Cleave. If we run into a DPS issue, then we won't take them back as far either. Ads are now all upstairs. They use the dispel to get rid of the poop, and then you can see these little white circles that are going off right here at the blue and green markers. That's the realm swap mechanic. That's where you guys have to use a personal. They're going to kite this ad. This is what we're going to try to do, tanks, so that we can cleave, focus boss, and then cleave into that ad. He is going to stop moving once he starts consume. So take that extra movement into accountability when removing the boss. And as long as that ad dies before he finishes his consume cast, we are golden. So now group 2 is going to go down. Their boss position got a little out of whack because of the kiting. It's completely fine. Get back on your designated sides of the room. Ads are going to come upstairs, kill them. It's going to be the exact same thing. They're going to kite, consume starts. They're going to hit boss and cleave into the ad to make sure it dies in time. And then we're going to go to intermission. It's going to be group 1. We'll go down again. And then we'll separate into our lanes. So star group stay on the star side, orange group stay on the orange side. Going to get this frontal breath here. Ads are going to spawn. We need very, very quick grips from DKs here. And then we need to interrupt these spheres. Make sure we're calling for interrupts. This has to be a fight where we're queuing our mics, calling for what we're doing. Getting dispels here. And we can coordinate those dispels a little bit too, so it's always the same people going to the same sides. Like downstairs always goes to the top, upstairs goes to the bottom or something like that. More ads, get more grips, get more kicks. Again, this is the most important part of the fight. We have to get kicks and grips here very, very quickly. Same thing, dispels, doing it all over again. One more frontal cone, or frontal breath rather. One more ad spawn. 2 fear ad spawn, each realm, get the kicks. That's the Essence Bolt cast. You can kick it. We don't really care about it so much though. We are in a little bit of a DPS check. The boss doesn't come back down when all ads are dead. It is a set timer on Mythic, so just have to get rid of it. Let these dispel people go do their job. And now we go back to phase 1. Reset the boss back to the position, and then group 1, even though we were just downstairs, we are going back downstairs again. There's a fear ad, which is what those pings in the top corner are. There's just pinging where the fear ad is at. As soon as he gets like an aggro range of someone, he'll do a cast. So we need to grip it and kick it immediately. And it is the priority target. We are killing this cast ad first. And he only does the fear cast, I believe, in this phase. He doesn't do like the Essence Bolt cast. So we just need to make sure we're on a good interrupt rotation. Same thing, kill this big ad. Do the kiting thing, do the consume, kill the ad, kill the boss, and now group 2, but it's only going to be the tank. So they're Guardian Druid here, and they just sacrifice themselves. No one else soaks with them. And now it's just a res angle, and we burn boss. There is no one downstairs, it's just full boss DPS. These dispels don't matter. We can dispel them. Healers, there's not a lot to heal outside of like dot damage, so make sure you guys are DPSing as much as possible too. And then the boss dies. There's clips of mechanics. There's VODs of different POVs, and the raid plan in the boss channel. Please get a hold of me if you don't understand anything. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.